Hello and welcome to our learner highlight of January 2021. My name is Kim Brock and I am the Development and Marketing Manager at SBLC. And today I have with me learner Kel Sheree and our volunteer tutor Brad. Welcome to you both.
Hello.
So let's start with you, Kel Sheree. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what motivated you to first enroll at SBLC.
When I enrolled to SBLC, I had a family friend tell me about it, and I was on it right away. She told me about it, and I made sure that I this is something that I really wanted to do to further my education, and so I did.
That's awesome. So I know your microphone is a little bit quiet, so I'll just repeat that a family friend referred SBLC to you, and so you were sure to enroll right away because you wanted to improve your education. Tell us a little bit about some of your goals you had when you first started at SBLC.
First, I definitely wanted to get my diploma so I can be a registered nurse for mental health.
Yeah, so you had the goal of becoming a nurse in the health field, the mental health field. So that's great, especially these days, right? Tell us about a goal that you recently achieved.
I recently just got my diploma, which is awesome. So
Yes, it is awesome. So I understand that you had passed 3 out of the 4 sections of the GED, and just a few weeks ago, right before the holidays, you passed that final test, the math test. Will you tell us a little bit about how that felt to finally pass that test?
I was very overjoyed. I was very excited when I got past that point because it was just to the point where, I know that my last test was in 2014. I didn't want to have to take a test over again, because after a while, test dates, they go out the window because, well, for whatever reason, they just go out the window. And, it was at a point where I even had to take another test again. And that means that I had to take 2 tests rather than one. So it was just overwhelming. But once I finished it, I was just very excited, and it was just exciting when I passed.
I know there were flurries of emails amongst the SBLC staff. Everyone was so excited for you. And I'll just repeat briefly what I think I heard you say is that you took a few tests a number of years ago, but because of regulations of the GED exam, if you didn't complete all of the tests, you would have had to retake tests from a few years ago, which would have been very overwhelming. And I could imagine it would be very difficult to, in your mind, to have to do that over again. Yeah. I'm stressed thinking about it. So tell us a little bit about who helped you along the way and how you managed to get over that final math hump, so to say, in the end here.
I have to give all my props to Mr. J, Mr. Brad, excuse me, and Miss Diana Geis. They were tremendous help. I couldn't get there without them. I'm really ecstatic that they were there to assist me throughout my issues with math. And I progressed. I can definitely say that I've progressed, and I'm just really excited that I had them to help.
That's great. So there were a number of our teachers, Mr. J and Miss Geis, who helped you. And then of course, our volunteer, Mr. Brad, they came together and helped you with some extra tutoring to get that math test. So Mr. Brad, tell us a little bit about yourself and what motivated you to start volunteering at SBLC.
Yeah, I'm a programmer by day, and a few years ago, I just wanted to do something important and purposeful. So I looked around, I found the Franciscan Center, which is really close to me, which is like a kitchen and a place where they donate clothes. And so found a slot there where I could chop up vegetables. So Tuesday nights we do chop night, and we just go chop up vegetables and all kinds of things. And that's just prep work for the meals they make during the week. And then the woman who runs that is on the board for SBLC. She said, "Oh, you should check out SBLC." So I ended up there, and then I started doing classroom assistant stuff and a little bit of tutoring here and there.
So what are your responsibilities like as a classroom assistant and a tutor?
So classroom assistant, it depends what's going on in the class. I might be bouncing around, helping individual people. Teacher might step out for a second, I might take over, something like that. As a tutor, it's more about just working with a student just to get them wherever they need to be.
That's great. And we were chatting earlier, and you mentioned that as a volunteer at SBLC, you have a lot of flexibility, and things are every day could be different. In contrast to chop night, like you mentioned, cutting carrots today, but at SBLC you might be helping someone in math at 1 minute, and then the other minute you're helping someone in reading, or so you mentioned that your time at SBLC can really vary, and it keeps it kind of interesting.
Yeah, it's nice. There's a lot of freedom as a volunteer at SBLC. No one's really telling me how I should do it or the way I should do anything, which is nice because every student has different learning styles and different I guess capacities. Some students just want to do like an hour once a week. Some students want to do 3 hours 3 times a week. And everybody's got different things they want to work on. So it's really nice that there's this freedom, and there's really no restrictions on me about how I can teach and how I should teach, or the way I should teach, which is nice.
Yeah, and you're making connections with people where
Yeah, absolutely.
I love carrots, but I don't, it's just a different experience, and hopefully a valuable one for you.
Right.
So Brad, tell us how Kel Charest has grown since you've worked together.
Yeah, I think, in math, there's this process of you got to understand these things before you can understand those things. And so she's really come a long way from, learning concepts A, B, C, and D so that you can understand concept Z. And then on top of that, I think things like just algebra in general has been a huge improvement over just getting those concepts to move on to the next thing, understand like how these different pieces fit together.
That's great. So then kind of the reverse question, Brad, how have you changed or been influenced by your experience at SBLC?
Yeah, I definitely have a sense of purpose there, and I definitely have a feeling that I can make an impact on the world, and if I can, then so can other people.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Brad, for your time, for your volunteering with us. So to wrap it up, Kel Charest, how has your time at SBLC influenced you, and what will the impact of earning this high school diploma have on the rest of your life?
This will be a good impact on me because I could persuade other students or people in general to make sure that they get their diploma if they haven't done so. Because I'm a big encourager, I'll be like, look, while I was in class, look, guys, it's going to be okay. You might not get it now, but you would eventually get it. If a student needed assistance with something, I would definitely be like, okay, well, I will help you with whatever problem it is, such as algebra, maybe fractions, or anything of that sort. I would just be a big help. It would be very beneficial for others to make sure they get on board, and I can definitely spread the word and tell them to go to SBLC, and that's about it.
Yeah, and you've gained so many tools to take the next steps towards becoming a nurse. And I think you're going to make a great nurse with your ability to encourage others and to help others. It sounds like it's a really natural fit. So I wish you lots of luck. The SBLC family extends their congratulations on earning your high school diploma, and we hope that you will keep in touch so we can continue to follow your journey on achieving your goals. So thanks again to both of you for sharing your experiences with our SBLC family, and take care and Happy New Year.
All right, you as well.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.